YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Nigel coming back at y'all with yet another video. And yes, you saw the title. Today we're going to figure out the best exercises for your chest. Let's go. One of the most sought after muscle groups that people like to train in the gym is the chest. And honestly, for good reason, it can make your physique blow up and look a lot better. But today we're going to use a research-based approach to figure out what are the best exercises for you to fulfill this purpose. But before we get into the exercises, we're going to have to know what muscles in the chest we're going to need to target. Usually in gym terms, people separate the chest into three parts: the upper clavicle head, the middle chest, and then the lower chest. Now, if you've been in the gym any amount of time, you're usually going to hear people say, if you want to target your upper chest, you got to do incline bench press. If you want to hit your middle chest, you got to do some regular bench press. And you want to hit your lower chest, you're going to have to do a decline bench press. But let's see if these theories actually hold up. This research was done by a man named Bret Contreras, and the title of the article was Best Chest and Tricep Exercises. And he ended up measuring the peak muscle activation and also the mean muscle activation. I'm gonna leave a link to this article down below. You want to look at it. He has a whole bunch of workouts that he actually tried for this actual research. But he stated in the article that because muscles aren't always active throughout the full range of motion, he likes to focus a lot more on the peak muscle activation versus the mean muscle activation. So those are the numbers that I'm going to be putting up with each exercise. Now, I have chose myself the 5 most important exercises and the ones that give you the most activation. But if you want to check out more, you're just gonna have to look at the article. Now, the first one up is the upper chest. Now, the 5 exercises were the 90-pound incline dumbbell press that had a peak activation of 310. The 225-pound wide grip guillotine press had an activation of 302. The 275-pound floor press had an activation of 265. The JC band press had a peak activation of 272, and then the 245-pound incline press had a peak activation of 261. So for the upper pec, the original gym belief actually holds true. You can do incline dumbbell presses to get the most activation in your chest. The one that was interesting to me was the JC band press. I don't think that's in a lot of people's workouts, but I do believe that it's a great accessory or burnout exercise that you could do at the end of your workout to add a little bit more stimulus to that upper chest. The next up we have is the middle chest, and the 5 exercises that were the best were the 225-pound bench press at 408. The 60-pound fly had a peak activation of 493. The 225-pound wide grip guillotine press had an activation of 511. The 245-pound incline press had a peak activation of 422. And the last, the 100-pound dumbbell press, had a peak activation of 451. So based on this research, he ended up finding that the wide grip guillotine press was actually the best exercise for your middle chest, which is contrary to the usual advice to just do the regular bench press, which was all the way down there at 408 for the peak activation. But what's even more interesting is, unlike the 225-pound bench press, the 275 one that he tried out ended up having even less activation in the middle chest. My guess is for this, the bench press itself is not just a chest exercise. It also works out your triceps and your shoulders. You're closer to your 1 rep max, you might start to overcompensate a little bit and make it less of a chest exercise and more of a full body movement. So just be aware of that when you're doing the bench press. But if you want to grow your middle chest, of course, all these 5 workouts are great options for you when you hit the gym. And the last section we have is the lower chest. Now for this, he had a 225-pound wide grip guillotine press at a 502 peak activation, a 115 dip at 418, a 60-pound fly at 450 peak activation, a 100-pound high pulley crossover at 397, and a 225-pound bench press at 347 peak activation. And interestingly enough, the wide grip guillotine press ends up coming out on top once again. I find this absolutely crazy because I don't do this workout all the time, but it's definitely going to be incorporated in my next couple sessions. But the next following ones are the weighted dips, and also the fly can be great substitutes for you. You don't feel like doing the wide grip guillotine press, those options are there for you as well. But in summary, I think this debunks the old myth of incline bench press and decline bench press for each of your chest parts. There's a ton of exercises out there that target your chest in different ways and activate your chest in different ways as well. I named a whole bunch of them in this video. You don't have to focus on just the peak activation exercise. You can use a variety, you can mix it up, have fun in the gym. All these things will help your chest grow, but if you want to focus on stimulating it the most, try to focus on these and you should see great results. But chances are, if you're worried about your chest, you're probably also worried about how strong you should be in the gym. So if you want to check out my video on that, click this video right here. I appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.